A lot of your tools in Lethal Company run off batteries, so the next logical question is, how long does each piece of equipment last? To get a better reference for how long your gear lasts, we're going to take a quick look at how long workdays are on each of the game's moons first. You may think there would be some discrepancies between moons, but that actually isn't the case. Every single moon lasts the same length of time, which is approximately 11 minutes and 20 seconds. I didn't directly test the 3 paid moons of Rend, Dine, and Titan though, mainly because there would be a pretty good chance I'd be killed by a certain entity during my attempts anyway. However, using footage from actual runs I've done and cross-examining their times shows that they do indeed have the same length as the other 5 moons. Now that you have a pretty good reference for how long workdays last, let's move on to gear and tools. If you've played even a little bit of Lethal Company, you should know just how garbage the cheap flashlight is, not only in performance but also in length, only lasting 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The Pro flashlight, however, is a massive upgrade, extending that battery length all the way up to 5 minutes, just under half the length of a full workday. I'm sure on your time off you and your crew have jammed out to the Boombox before, and it does last surprisingly long at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. I've already covered the length of the walkie-talkie before, but it's obviously worth covering here as well, it lasting 13 minutes and 40 seconds. As I stated in my tips video, this means you can use the walkie-talkie's battery life as a clock to tell the time during a workday. Here's a diagram showing you how to do so, and I'll leave a link to the image in the description as well. On the opposite end of the spectrum is the extension ladder, being the shortest lasting tool in the game at only 16.5 seconds long. In second place for shortest is the stamina increasing TZP inhalant, letting you use it for 22 seconds before it's run dry. In third place is the Zap gun by quite an insignificant amount, also lasting about 22 seconds. In order to avoid any creature spoilers for any potential newer players, I've also blurred out most of this exchange. The jetpack was actually somewhat difficult to time, considering I had to stop and start many times in order to not explode. Clearly my timing method was just a little bit off though, but it's safe to assume it has a total fuel reserve of 1 minute. And finally, of course I had to test just how long it takes to explode yourself with it. So here's a quick summary of all the times for you. Each workday lasts 11 minutes 20 seconds, irregardless of the moon. Green flashlights last 2 minutes 20 seconds. Pro flashlights last 5 minutes. Walkie-talkies last 13 minutes 40 seconds. Boomboxes last 5 minutes 50 seconds. Extension ladders last 16.5 seconds. TZP inhalants last 22 seconds. Zap guns also last 22 seconds. Jetpack lasts 1 minute. And jetpack explosion takes 6 seconds. Keep in mind that Lethal Company is still in early access at this video's release. Zeekers could very easily buff or nerf the length of certain items at some point, making these times inaccurate. You know what? I'll even put the length of the delivery rocket here too, just for you.